and sitting towards the end of the class as well.
Okay,
Okay, so let's, when you're ready, you can sit cross-legged or you can come to sit on your heel, or you could sit between a block if you're happy to do that. So we're going to spend a little bit of time on the shoulders. So we're going to take the arms up like a goalpost, like so. And you can spread your fingers, so you're looking to activate your biceps and here. Good. And then take the arms, the elbows back a little bit, so you're open across the collarbone. Good. And then on the exhalation, we're going to interlace the fingers. Yeah, we're going to press the arms forward, and we're going to round the back. So you're kind of bringing from the side, you're going to bring your chin to your chest and round your back. Stay for a few breaths here. And then we inhale and we open up, take the arms, this kind of goalpost position. Take the elbows back a little bit, open and lift the chest. Beautiful. Couple more breaths here. And then when we're ready, we exhale, interlace the fingers, press the backs of the hands away from you, round your back, bring your chin to your chest, draw your navel towards your spine. And stay a few breaths. And then one more time, let's inhale, open. Long inhale, long exhalation, deep in breath. And then one more time as we exhale, draw the navel towards the spine, rounding your back. And then inhale, let's come back up. So once we're here, we're going to bring our right arm on top of the left. So we've got eagle arms there. And you're bringing your elbows in line with your shoulders. So you lift the elbows a little so they're in line with your shoulders. And then you pull your forearms, you protrude your forearms away from your head. So you're broadening the shoulder blade. And then inhale deeply. Exhale, release the arms. Take the arms out to the side. Stretch into your fingers. Inhale, turn your palms to face up and rotate the arms. And then exhale to roll the arms in the opposite direction. And let's do that again. Inhale, open up. Stretching into the fingers, and exhale and gently rolling the arms in. Fantastic. And then when we're ready, we'll do the other side. So we're going to bring that left arm on top of the right. Bring the elbows in line with your shoulders. Press or pull the forearms away from your head. Elbows in line with your shoulders. Squeeze the forearms together. And then again, looking for a long exhalation and a deep inhalation. Creating space in your upper back, broadening the shoulder blade. Beautiful. And then exhale, we can release the arms. Take them out wide again one more time. Good. And then turning the palms, rolling the hands up, and the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, and then bring your thumbs down, rotate the arms in the opposite direction. And then one more time. Just opening up. Exhale, and roll. And then just release the arms, just shake it off a little. And then from here, let's come on to the all fours on your mat. You can tuck your toes under. And we're going to just walk the fingers. So you're going to cup your fingers, walk your hands and your arms forward, cup your fingers, press your fingertips onto the floor here. And then gently, slowly, just bringing your head, the forehead to the floor. Keep pressing the fingers into the floor. Beautiful. And then you could bring your toes onto the floor, or the fronts of your feet onto the floor. Press your feet down. Breathe into that lump in your spine. Breathing into the sensations in the shoulders and the arms. And it's a long exhalation and a nice deep inhalation. And then as we inhale, we slowly walk the hands back a little. So we're going to come into a downward facing dog. You take your arms forward, curling the toes under. Press your hands down and slightly forward. Take the hip creases back. You can work with your knees slightly bent for the first one. Push through the hands. And then just gently relaxing the head and neck. So if you're looking at your feet, have your toes, so your middle toes facing in the direction of your hands. And make sure that you're symmetrical on your mat. So your feet are level. Good. And take a few deep breaths here. Opening up in the shoulders. Moving your thighs back and your heels back. Pressing your hands down and slightly forward. And then we're going to bend the right knee and then just take your left heel towards the floor. Stay there for a moment. And then from here, we're going to turn the left toes out to the left. So the left foot turning out to the left. And then your right knee is moving over to the left side. So you've got this nice stretch on the hip. So it's like your right hip moving over to the left. Stay for a few breaths here. And then we come back to the center, come back into downward dog. Let's inhale, go into plank before we do the other side. Push down through your hands, broaden your shoulders. Press through your feet, engage your legs. Beautiful. And then exhale, slowly returning into a downward dog. And the same here, we're going to bend the left knee, taking your right heel to the floor. Take a few moments here. Breathing into the opening in the back of the leg. And then slowly turn your right foot out to the right. And then grounding the outer edge of the foot and the right heel. And then gently taking the left knee over to the right side as well. So you're going to turn in your hip. Breathe into that shape. Fantastic. Good. And then when we're ready, we're going to inhale, come back to the center. Let's take a moment here. Just bring your knees to the floor. Come into the cat position. Yeah. So from here, we're going to come down. We're going to round the back, draw your navel towards your spine, chin to the chest, and just coming into a cat position for about 5 breaths. So the shin bones, the tops of your feet grounding, the palms and the hands and fingers grounding, rounding the back. And again, articulating the spine. Smooth and calm breathing. Lovely. And then let's inhale once again. Let's come back into down dog here. So we take down dog again. And in the downward dog this time, we're going to take the right leg and extend your right leg up and back. So it doesn't have to go that high. You just extend the leg back, push through the heel and the ball. Fantastic. And then exhale, lower your foot to the floor. And then let's do the same on the left side. So you're going to take your left leg, extend the left leg back, reach out through the ball of the foot and the heel. And then exhale and release. Okay. So we do that again on the right side. So you take your right leg up and back, push out through the heel. And then what I'd like you to do is to bend your knee like you're opening up in the hip here. So you're bending the right knee and then aiming your right foot towards the left shoulder. So open up in the hip. Fantastic. And then exhale, slowly release. And then let's do the same on the left side. So extend the left leg back and up. Exhale, bend the knee, foot aiming towards the right shoulder. You can flex your toes, pushing down through the hips. Fantastic. And then exhale and release here. And then from here, we're going to just slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Here. And then bend your knees a little, bring your belly and your ribs onto your thighs. Take your hands behind your back. Good. And then just stretch your arms up towards the ceiling, let your head go. And you can bend your knees quite deeply here. And stretching the arms up to the sky. Head and neck relaxed. Facial muscles relaxed. Grounding your feet, stretching the arms up. And then exhale, releasing the arms. Bring your hands down. You can bring your hands onto your hips. And then from there, slowly coming up. Beautiful. And then just take a moment to stand in Tadasana. So just stand for a moment. Standing and breathing. Check my... Okay, so we're going to do some half Sun Salutations. So you can start with your feet together. My head's cut out there. So higher for you guys. See my face. You'll be able to see my feet. So you can have your feet hip width apart or feet together. And then bring your hands beside your trunk. Okay. So now we're going to start flowing a little bit, but we want to be steady and smooth pace. So we inhale, take the arms above the head, reach up into your fingers. Look into the thumbs, lift your ribs. Exhale, so you can bend your knees and bring your head towards your knees. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen and lift halfway. Exhale, and then folding forward, so belly resting on the leg. Inhale, and then we come all the way back up, lifting the rib cage, lift chest, look to the thumb. Exhale, and then release your arms. And again, inhaling. Exhale, as we fold forward, and again, you can soften those knees, relax your head and neck as you come down. Inhale, hands on shins, And then lift your chest forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward, pressing the hands and feet into the floor. Inhale, rising up, and coming all the way up to the center. Lifting ribs. Exhale, and then on. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, and again, soft knees, let your head and neck relax. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, and lower the arms. Good. Let's just stay here for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Change this angle on the camera for a moment. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to add on to the Sun Salutations. So we're going to inhale, rising up, lengthening, grounding down through your feet as you reach up to the fingers. Exhale, fold forward. And again, you can soften your knees, relax your head and neck. Inhale, halfway, lengthening the spine. Good. And then we exhale, we're going to step the feet back and we're going to come into a downward dog. I'm just going to hold here for a moment so you relax your head. Press your hands down firmly. Take your thighs back. Smooth and deep breath. Beautiful. And then we're going to inhale deeply. Exhale, stepping your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, and then folding forward. Inhale to rise up. Grounding your feet, reaching up. Exhale, and then lowering the arms. And then let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. We're going to enjoy that forward bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's step. Left foot back, right foot back, downward facing dog. And again, just engage your legs, move the thigh bones back, press the hands down and slightly forward. Getting into the breath, tuning into the breath. Inhale deeply, exhale. You step forward, lengthen your spine well. Exhale and then fold. Inhale, ground your feet, press your feet down to rise up, reaching into your fingers. Exhale, and then lowering the arm. Okay. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, and we fold forward. Inhale, again, lengthening the spine, lift your chest. Exhale, let's step the right foot back. Bring your right knee onto the floor. Beautiful. Ground your feet. Inhale. And then just take your arms up. Reach up. Exhale. Bring your hands to the floor. We go downward dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Inhale. And then exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, and taking the arms overhead. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, we step forward. And then really lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, and again rising up. So steady and smooth pace. Exhale, lower the arms. And we do the left side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, and then folding forward. Enjoy that forward bend. No rush. Lengthen the spine with the inhalation. Exhale, step the left foot back. Knee to the floor. Ground your feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, bringing your hands to the floor, downward dog. Inhale deeply. Exhaling long. Moving the thigh bones back, heels back. Ground your hands, so firm in the hand. Inhale deeply. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Bring your right knee to the floor, grounding. Inhale, and reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Inhale, we step forward, lifting the chest, lengthening spine. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, and then rising up. Exhale, lower the arms. So the next set of Sun Salutations, we're going to add the locust posture in it, because it's a back bend. So let's begin again. Inhale, reach up through the arms, looking to the thumbs. Exhale, and then we fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lifting your chest. Exhale, right leg reaching back, knee to the floor. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor, downward dog. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, we stay here. Inhale, stay here, strong legs. And then on the exhalation, you're going to lower yourselves down. So you could come onto your knees and then lower down. And then point your toes back. Take your hands, interlock your fingers. And then stretch the arms back, lift your chest. And then gently lifting your feet, maybe your knees. Beautiful. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands onto the floor, curling your toes under, coming into downward dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, we step the right foot forward between the hands. Left knee to the floor. Inhale, and then reaching up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Inhale, we step forward and lengthen the spine. Exhale, and then gently folding forward, pressing hands into the floor, grounding your feet. Inhale, and then rising up. So look to your thumbs, and then press down through the feet as you really lengthen your spine, even working into a little back bend. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Okay. We do the left side, same again. Inhale, reach up, lengthen, little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling, again, lengthen spine as you lift chest. Exhale, step your left foot back, and then bring your left knee to the floor. Inhale, and reach up through the fingers, ground your feet. Exhale, downward dog. So hands to the floor, downward dog. Inhale, deeply coming into the plank. Exhale, stay here. So abdominals are firm, legs are strong. Push down through your hands. And then on an exhalation, you can bend your knees and then lower all the way down onto your belly. Interlace the fingers, stretch the arms back, lift your chest and your shoulders, and then point the toes back, lifting the legs. Exhale, lower down, bring your hands to the floor, downward dog. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, stepping your left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, and again rise up, take the arms above the head, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, we change the spine as we come into the forward bend. And then inhale, rising up. Look to thumbs, ground feet. Exhale, and then pause. Let's pause for a moment. So you just should feel your whole body beginning to wake up here. So take a few deep breaths. Just pause and feel the sensations in your body. And then we're going to continue to flow, to move with the breath. And we're going to add Cobra into the next one. So we inhale, reach up through your arms, gentle back bend, strong leg. Exhale, forward bending. Inhale, and again, lengthening in the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, knee to the floor. Inhale, and then rise up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale long. Inhale, come into the plank. Exhale here, firm legs. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your knees to the floor, come all the way down slowly. Beautiful. So Cobra, you can take your hands by your lower ribs, press them into the floor, and then lift your shoulders back, lift your chest, keep your feet down. So this is the low Cobra. And if you're able to, you might even take it a little bit higher. So keep the elbows bent, lifting your chest, draw the elbows in, lengthen your spine. Beautiful. Exhale, and then slowly come all the way down, downward dog. Inhale deeply, firming legs. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, and then rise up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Inhale, step forward, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, folding forward. So again, here you can bend your knee as much as you need to. Soften the back. Inhale, and then rise up. Take your arms above your head. Exhale, lower the arms. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale as we lengthen the spine. Exhale, left foot reaching back, knee on the floor. Beautiful. Inhale and expand the arms up, lengthen the spine, ground your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands to floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale, take a breath here. And then inhale, come into plank. And get strong in the legs. Exhale, plank. Inhale. And then exhale, you can come all the way down into your belly. And we take Cobra again. So again, you could lift just your chest, keep the elbows bent, or you can start to work to straightening the arms. So the elbows drawing into the trunk, lift your chest. Good. Exhale, and then coming into downward dog. So you take your time, you can go via your knees if you like into the downward dog. You're always taking your time. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, step the left foot forward between your hands. Bring your right knee down. Inhale and rising up, reach up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Inhale, we're going to step forward and then lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward bend. So relaxing here. Inhale, and then rising up. Take the arms above the head. Gentle back bend. Reach up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart. Let's take a moment here. Just take a moment to observe your breathing. Find a little bit of stillness. Let the shoulders relax. And then we'll continue to move on. So we're going to introduce Virabhadrasana 2, the Warrior 2, and then we'll also introduce the triangle posture, Tricorner. So we start like so. Inhale, reach up through your fingers. Exhale, forward bending. Inhale, and then lengthen the spine. Beautiful. Exhale, step your right foot back. Good. And then from here, just we come into this kind of high lunge, and we're just grounding the feet, and then bring your hands onto your knees, come up here for a moment. Good. And then keep lifting up through the crown of the head. Good. And then as we exhale, we're going to bend the knee and bring your knee towards the floor and then re-straighten. Beautiful. And again, exhale, bend the knee. Good. And then re-straighten. So that really works in the quads and helps to strengthen your glutes. And coming up. One more time. Exhale, bending. Beautiful. And inhale, come up. And then from here, I want you to just bring your heel to the floor. We come into Virabhadrasana 2. So your shin bone is vertical here, and you extend your arms. Good. And you're going to take your hands behind your back, and you're going to interlace the fingers. I'm going to switch so you can have a look at what that looks like. So interlace the fingers. Draw your shoulder blades together. Good. And then the action here is like you're trying to pull your arms away from each other. Pulling the arms away from you. And then keep your chin parallel to the floor. Don't let your chin drop. Beautiful. And then exhale, release the hand. Inhale, extend here. Beautiful. And then exhale, bring your hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Yes. We're going to inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. And on the exhalation, bring yourself all the way down into your belly. Beautiful. And then for those who are familiar with upward dog, you can start working your way into an upward dog. And if you're not familiar with upward dog, you might just stay in the Cobra here or here. And with upward dog, you're going to extend your arms, so your arms are straight, parallel, and your knees are lifting away from the floor. So just your hands and your feet are on the floor. Exhale, and then downward facing dog. So from downward dog, we're going to inhale deeply. We're going to exhale and step your right foot forward. Beautiful. And then we come back into that lunge. So right foot forward. Pivot on the ball of your left foot. Come back into that crescent lunge. Good. So your hands could be on your thigh, or you could have them on your hip. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly lower the knee towards the floor. Inhale, and then re-straighten. And again, exhale. Inhale, re-straighten. 2 more times. One more time. Beautiful. And then ground your heel, the outer edge of your foot. Turn your trunk in a little. Virabhadrasana 2. So warrior 2. Extend the arm. Take your hand behind your back like you did earlier. And then draw your arms down, lifting your head. And then pull your arms away from each other. Action, and drawing them down towards the floor as you pull them away. Broadening the collarbone. Fantastic. And then inhale. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, reach up to your feet. Good. And then exhale, let's bring the hands onto the floor. Come back into downward dog. Fantastic. Inhale. And exhale. I'm just going to release here. Good. And then inhale deeply. Exhale. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Lengthen your spine. Exhale. And then folding forward. Inhale. And then rising up. I'll bring your heart. We're going to do one more, okay, before we come onto the floor. So we inhale, take the arms above the head, lengthen, ground your feet. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lifting halfway to lengthen your spine. Exhale, take that left leg back. Beautiful. And then let's come back into the crescent lunge. You can bring your hands onto your hips, on your thigh, get steady on that back leg. And then take your hands behind your head, so interlace your fingers, and then just draw your elbows away from your head. You really open your chest, lift your chest. Beautiful. Keep grounding your feet. Exhale, release your arms, bring your outer left foot onto the floor and the heel. Let's come back into warrior two. So extend your arms. Keep that back leg nice and straight. And then don't allow yourself to lean forward. Try and keep your spine upright, like you're doing Tadasana, the mountain posture. Beautiful. And then from here, inhale, straighten the leg. And then exhale, we come forward, reach forward. And then bring your hand onto the thigh. Beautiful. And then reach up through your fingers, Trikonasana. Some of you may be able to bring your fingers to the floor. Yeah, and if that's comfortable, then you can take the fingers to the floor and reach up. If you're collapsing like so in the position, so your arms up, take your hands even higher up. Yeah, you don't want to collapse your chest. You want to keep opening up in the chest. So you might want to take your hands slightly higher up. Yeah. And then ground your feet. Create space through your arms and your chest. Fantastic. Exhale. Bring your hands to the floor. Downward dog. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. And then exhale, knees to the floor, and then lower yourself down. And then options here, so you can come into Cobra or extend your arms and then take the upward dog. Exhale, and then downward facing dog. Inhaling deeply. Exhale. We're going to step the left foot forward. I think that's right. I might have messed up there. I think it's your left side now. My brain went a little dizzy there. So I think it's the left side. And then we come back up into our present lunge. Beautiful. If I'm wrong, you can just kind of wave the left side, yeah? And then bring your hands onto the back of your head. And then take your elbows towards each other. And then open them, take them away. Lift your chest. Keep that back leg nice and strong. Lift and open your heart. So you have a lot of space in the back of your neck. You lift your heart, ground your feet. Beautiful. Fantastic. Exhale, lower the arms. They bring them, and then grounding the right heel, the outer edge of your right foot. We come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Extend the arms. Breathe. And then from here, we're going to inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, come forward from your hip crease as you reach forward. And then bring your hand down. So you want to be quite firm. And then taking that right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Opening up in the chest, across the shoulders and the arms. Fantastic. Exhale, and let's bend the knee, bring the hands to the floor. Pivot on the ball of your right foot, downward dog. Lengthen, breathe. Fantastic. Let's inhale and step your right foot forward, your left foot forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, and then take a forward bend. Inhale, and rising up, take the arms above the head. Exhale, and bring your hands to your heart. Beautiful. And then come back to standing for a moment. Close your eyes. Just tuning into your breath. Watching your body, watching your breath. Allowing everything to settle for a moment. We can take a number of standing balancing postures here. So first one, very, very simple. Okay, so we're going to bring the weight onto the left leg, and we're going to do that by just lifting your right heel, and then just feel that weight moving onto your left leg. And if that feels comfortable there, then we're going to just bend that knee and then take your hands, both hands, to capture the foot, the knees facing down, and lift your chest. Good. And then you could just gently press the foot into the hands as you draw your shoulder blades to the midline. And then breathe. And then as we exhale, we are going to just release that leg, place it on the floor. Okay. We're going to do the same on the other side. So lifting the left heel, bring the weight onto your right leg. Okay. Once you're happy there, then bend the knee, take both hands back to capture the foot. Lifting your chest, lifting through the top of your head. Breathe. Fantastic. And then as we exhale, let's release the leg to the floor. So we can do the same again, or we can make it a little bit more complicated. Yeah. So you decide. So we can go to same again. So we're going to lift your right heel, bringing the weight onto your left leg, and then take hold of the foot with both hands. Draw it in. Lift your chest. And then from here, yeah, you can take your hand, so you're going to walk your hand around to the inside of your foot. So that's going to be your right hand walking around. You can take your left arm forward, good, and then start to kick your leg back as you lift your chest forward. So you're kicking your leg and then pulling with your hand, so there's a resistance going on, and then lift your chest and extend the arm. Beautiful. And breathe. And then as we inhale, we come all the way back to the center and then release the leg. And we're going to do that the same on the second side. So bringing the weight onto your right leg, lifting your left heel. Take hold of the foot with both hands. Lift your chest. And from here, as you walk your hand around to the inside of the foot, and then taking your right arm forward and up, and then kick the leg back. So it's like you're pulling with your hand, kicking the leg into the hand. Lift your chest. Standing leg really firm. Breathe. And then inhale, lifting the heart and the chest. Come out. Exhale, release the leg, and then your arm. And then pause for a moment. And then from here, take your feet about hip width apart. Yeah? And the toes are turning out, your knees are tracking your middle toes. Okay? And then we're going to bring the palms to the heart. We're going to slowly and gently come down into squat, like so. So once you've gone all the way down, what I'd like you to do is just to lift your buttocks about an inch away from the floor. So when you do that, you start to feel the legs start to engage a little bit more. So here, it's kind of like you're hanging in the posture. So just lift the butt just a few inches away from the floor. Good. And breathe. And then press the palms together. Press your upper arms into your legs. And then keep your spine long. So we're not rounding the back, we're lifting the chest. Keep the spine nice and long. Press those palms together. Breathe. Fantastic. And then bring your hands to the floor. Just take them to the floor, and you can sink your buttocks down. Breathe. Some of us might be on the balls of our feet. That's also okay. Just stay on the balls of your feet. If your ankles are tight, you might be here. Great. And then bring your hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. And then from this position, from downward dog, we're going to come into pigeon posture. Yeah. So you're going to bring your right knee over to the right ankle, like so. And it's your right knee coming close to, if I say ankle, wrist, your right knee over to your right wrist, okay? And then what I'd like you to do is to, the outer edge of your right foot, see if you can flex the floor and press the outer edge of your right foot into the floor. So it's like it's digging into the floor. Yeah. Flex the toes will help you to engage the muscles around your knees. A nice way of protecting your knees. Good. And then bring your hands to the floor, lift your chest. Now, this might be too much for you. I'm going to give you an alternative if this is too much, okay? So those who can stay here, lift your chest, lengthen. If that's too much, we're going to come into thread the needle posture. So again, you lie on your back with the right foot you place onto your thigh, like so. And then you take your hands maybe to capture your left thigh or your shin bone. And then you draw the knee in. Yeah. And the same action here, keep your feet active and breathe. Okay. And if you're in the pigeon posture, you might come into a low pigeon. Yeah, so from being high in pigeon, you might bring your hands down, take your elbows nice and wide, and then bring your head down on top of your hands. And we're staying there for about a minute, wherever you are. You can stay for about one minute. The glutes and the hips, gently opening, breathing into those areas. Long and smooth breath. And if you're in the pigeon and you need to back off, you feel like it's too much, then I suggest you back off, take it easy. And then when you're ready to, we're going to slowly lift your chest, coming up. If you're lying on your back, then you just change and do the other side. If you're in the pigeon, then come back into downward facing dog. But if you're lying on your back, just change sides and do the other side, the other leg. And if we were in pigeon, we'd come back into downward dog and just move the hips a little. Good. And then from the downward dog, we're going to do the left leg. So your left knee coming over to the left wrist, okay? And then the outer edge of your foot, you're pressing into the floor as you flex your toes. Looking to square the hips. Good. And then we're going to come into a high pigeon. So you're going to lift your chest. You can keep your right toes on the floor if that helps to keep that leg engaged, or you can point the toes. Staying in the high for a few moments, the high pigeon. Yeah. And then when you're ready to, you can bring your hands to the floor. Elbows are nice and wide so that there's not so much tension in the shoulders. So you keep your hands wide. You can rest your forehead on to the hands or onto the floor. Let the shoulders relax. And then we hang out here for almost a minute. So in the shape, notice how your breath is coming and going. So focusing on your breathing in the shape. In the shape, observing the state of your mind in that shape. Is your mind really busy and somewhere else? Can you allow your mind to calm down while you're in that shape? So maybe if you've gone too far, then your mind will be really busy. So kind of back out, back off, and find a place where you can breathe, find a place where your mind is in the present moment. And then when you're ready to, we're going to exit the posture. So you can inhale. If you're in pigeon, coming up, work your way into downward dog. If you're on your back and then release, and let's come into our last downward dog. Yeah, so you're on your back, then coming into downward dog for the last time. And then from downward dog, what I'd like you to do here is just to step your feet forward. So you might come, oh, actually, you could come onto your knees, yeah, and then just sit on your knees, bring your hand on to one side, and whichever side your hand comes down, you lean to your hand on the floor, and then bring your legs forward. That's a nice, easy way, easy transition to come into sitting. And then we're going to sit with simple cross-legged. If you have a block or a blanket and you want to sit on your blanket, then you could take your block or your blanket and come and sit there for a moment. Yeah. So we're going to sit with the spine nice and upright. I'm just going to work through a number of twisting postures. So the first one, very, very simple. Yeah. So from this position, you might want to stay like so, or if that's too much, so we take simple cross leg. So you bring in your right shin maybe in front of your left shin. That's a nice, easy posture, Sukhasana. And then from here, again, we're going to take the hands. So you bend your elbows. You have your palms facing each other. Yeah. And then as we exhale, we're going to slowly turn towards the right, turning the ribs, turning the belly, the shoulders. Just notice how it feels there. Can you keep the sit bones down and your feet? And then from here, bring your left hand onto the outside of your right thigh, and bring your fingers onto the floor. Right fingers on the floor behind you. Inhale, grounding the sitting bones, lengthening the spine. Exhale, rotate and turn a little. Inhale, round sit bones, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotating the spine. Inhale, lengthen and ground, or ground and lengthen. And then exhale to unwind, come back to the center. We can bring our elbows and palms to face each other to lift up. Exhale, turn slowly towards your left. And just hold that open twist, open chain. Good. And then closing by placing your right hand on the left thigh or knee. Left fingers on the floor behind you. Yeah. Grounding the sitting bones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to rotate. And you could turn your head if that feels comfortable in your neck. So with each inhalation, you're going to lengthen. On the exhalation, you're going to rotate, turn. Beautiful. Inhale, deeply lengthen. Exhale to turn. Inhale, and then exhale to unwind, come back to the center. Let's switch the cross on the leg. So if you have your right leg, as I do, in front, you change it and bring the left leg in front. Outer edges of your feet are on the floor. We're going to inhale, reach out through the fingers, extend. I'm going to show you this on the side. And we're going to reach up. And then we're going to come forward from the hip. So we keep lengthening the spine, ground your sit bones. Let's come forward. Keep the legs active so you don't collapse into your ankles. Reach, 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 reach. Bring your fingertips on the floor. Lift the chest. And then you can walk the fingers a little bit more forward. Keep your finger pads, fingertips on the floor. And then relax your head. And then your neck. So if you have a block or a little blanket, you could rest your forehead on that. Or you could bring your head onto the floor and you might be floating. And then just lengthen here. Inhale and slowly and gently walking the hand back towards your trunk, sitting up tall. Fantastic. And then let's prepare to sit for meditation, for breathing exercise. So again, whatever comfortable position works for you, you can take. Allowing the sitting bones to ground so you can move the flesh from your body to the side and back. You want space in the front body. Let your shoulders relax. Relaxing the neck and the muscles on your face. And if it feels comfortable, you may close your eyes. If it feels comfortable, closing up your eyes. And just observing each breath. observing your exhalation, observing how the exhalation moves out of the body. Notice how far the exhalation goes out of the body. Observing the inhalation. Notice how deep the inhalation comes into the body. Observing the length of exhalation. Observing the depth of your inhalation. So as you observe your breath, it's as if you're becoming your breath. Bringing all your attention to your breath. Becoming aware of the quality of your exhalation and the quality of your inhalation. Observing the sensations and the quality after your exhalation. So the sensations in your body after you have exhalated. And then the same as after the inhalation, observing the sensations and the qualities after you have inhaled. The quality tends to be cooling and calm after the exhalation. And the sensations after the inhalation tend to be uplifted and energized after the inhalation. So can I just tune into those qualities, cooling and calm after the exhalation, and then that uplifted and energized quality after the inhalation. Watching your body, watching your breath, watching your mind. So if you're happy to maintain the seated position, stay in the seated position. If you're ready to come into Shavasana, we can slowly come to lying on our backs in Shavasana. To allow your body, the back of the body, to spread wide open on the floor if you're coming into Shavasana. Allowing the body to become heavy. Allowing your breath to just flow naturally. Inhaling relaxation, positivity. Exhaling tension, negativity. Letting go of all that doesn't serve you anymore. Just exhale it out, let it go. You're inhaling vibrant vitality. And letting go of that old, stagnated energy and replacing it with new vitality. And then when you're ready to come back, you start to increase the depth of your inhalation, allowing your exhalation to be a little longer. We can bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. If you're wanting to stay there a little bit longer, then I recommend you turn off the sound and maybe stay there a little longer. If you're ready to come out, then stretch your arms above your head, stretch into your legs. If you're lying on your back, you might want to bend your knees and roll onto one side. And then, but take your time, just stay on one side for a moment, just kind of reorientate yourself, become aware where you are now in your surroundings. And then we can slowly come up to a seated position. And come to sit, just notice how you feel. Take a few moments to notice how you're feeling. And we're closing the practice by bringing the palms to your heart. And then we bring the palms to the forehead. Here we wish for wisdom and knowledge. Bring the palms to your lips, wishing for truthful communication and speech. And then bring the palms to your heart, wishing for love, joy, and compassion for all beings. And thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Am Ende, wenn dann wirklich die Entwicklung gestartet ist, das war dann meistens so.
Back on Thursday, so hopefully see you on Thursday at lunchtime.
Einige zu stark geändert, dass am Ende dann wieder mehr oder weniger in Feature-Teams oder CFTs zum jeweiligen Zeitpunkt ist.
Thanks everyone. Thank you.
Ja, also in die Randlage. Und dann ist aber dieses geht ja eigentlich längst durch. Ja? Also sprich, du gehst ja nicht wieder zurück auf Status und
hey.
Sondern machst das ja trotzdem einfach weiter. Und das ist halt
Hello, Ali.
ja, das ist halt eher so eine